Hi friends! Sorry, I was having some tech delays, issues, you know, all the things. Go away, Kane, go lie down. Okay, let's get things up and running. Good morning, cheers to Bailey's and tea. I'll give you a second because it'll probably take you a minute to find me. I'm just having some tech issues today. My reminder didn't go up. My earbuds are dead, so hopefully you can hear me. It's just been a morning. Let's just chalk it up to that. But we're gonna have some fun and we're gonna make a card and we're gonna chitty chat and it'll make it all better, right? I'm kind of in the dark over here today. Oh, that's why, because my light's not turned around. Morning, Glenda. See, one more thing. Let's just add that to the list. Turn around the light, silly. Oh my goodness, eh? I feel like I'm a dog door slave right now. We got rid of our dog door in our patio, and like every time I come down here to do something, I can hear them on the floor in front of the door like they need to go out, even though I was just up there 20 minutes ago and asked them if they needed to go out. Oh, they drive me crazy. Okay, I think I'm up and running. Glenda said she can hear me, so hey, cheers. We're doing all right, right? We're 2 steps ahead of the game. Okay, so welcome to Bailey's and Tea Saturday. I missed you guys last week, but we had a ton of fun with Creative Escape using the beautiful butterflies. The next one is in the works. I just haven't worked out my schedule of whether I will be attending and participating or not. So stay tuned. But you can still, even if I don't participate, you know, I can send you in the right direction to get all hooked up and with the right people to get into it. So, but stay tuned. We'll get some details out about that. Today, sorry, now I got something in my eye. Today we're going to play with the Delightful Wishes. I think I told you about that. Now, when I planned to do this set, it was not in low inventory, and it is now. The bundle is, let me find my list here. The paper that I'll show you in a minute is not back till March the 10th. And what else? The ribbon is out till March the 3rd. And the bead trinkets that are part of this suite as well are April 7th. It was the 14th, so we've moved up a week, so that's a good thing. So when I show you this bundle, and I flip you around in a minute, it'll all make sense to you, and that you won't be able to get bits and parts of it. So the whole suite is not available because of the ribbon and the bees and that sort of stuff and the paper. But you can still get the bundle for, I don't know how long, because it is on low inventory. But it's gorgeous. So I'll show you some ideas. You can maybe put it on your wish list, and then when it does become available again, then it can be yours, right? Okay, so let me just move things around here. I'm so disorganized this morning. But that's why you guys come, right? Because I entertain you. All right, so let me hide what we're making, because I have everything laid out on my desk here, and who knows what kind of view we'll get. Yes, this catalog has been absolutely popular. You are correct, Glenda. So a lot of it has been selling out, and we're having a red rubber issue. So not that this one's photopolymer, but some of our stamp sets are the red rubber, and we're having a little bit of a supply problem with that. They did get some in. I don't know what the testing outcome has been on that. So that is affecting some of our stamp sets as well. So it is what it is, right? It's the way of the world now, and we just have to adjust. And there's always something else that we'll love maybe even more, and then something else. So yeah, just search around online. There'll be new online exclusives, I believe on Tuesday. I think it's the 4th that they launch. And then they're always putting out new products. So go around, shop the stores, or shop my store, and you'll find some beautiful things in there that you will love, I'm sure. If not, I will persuade you with something. All right, so let's flip you around and we'll have a look at the suite that we're using. Oops, no, you're gonna look at my ceiling for a moment because my hand did not connect with the button. You know. All right, let's zoom you in. Get you closer. Get you close up. All right, so we are looking at the spring catalog. So that's this beautiful one with the wildflower birthday on the front. And we are on page 34, 35. And it's absolutely stunning. Now, does this not scream spring to you? Yay, you found me, Rhonda. I was a few minutes late, so don't worry, that's on me. I was having a few tech issues. So you haven't missed much. We've just slipped around to the suite that we're going to play with today. So this just screams spring to me. I love all the yellows and the blues and all the beauty here that they've got. It does go on to the next page. It shows you a few tips on how to like layer the dies, because it does have this wishing word die in the set. And then it's got a couple examples. Oh, I was going to make that one. That's where that came from. I saw it somewhere and I was like, oh, I'm going to create that card. And I couldn't figure out where it came from. So isn't this beautiful? And then you'll notice here, there is some vellum. I'll show you up close and personal. The vellum actually coordinates with the dies that will cut out all these little flowers. So that makes it nice and easy for you, right? So let's have a peek at the set. I already told you it's low inventory. So here it is. It's got some like two-step layering, which you will not see on the card that I'm going to make today, but you'll see it on one of my samples that I'm going to show you. Okay, and then the die set. So these are like the flowers that'll cut out of that vellum, and then you've got the word wishing with like a layering background. A cute little label die and a branch. Now that always comes in handy with other floral sets that we have as well. Like we have many floral sets. They are our most popular sellers. So keep that, and keep in mind that little branch in this sentiment piece could come in handy with other things. And then you've got some layering. I don't know what flowers these are. Mums maybe? Mums and something else. I'm not a gardener, so don't ask me. If anyone is, please feel free to list what these flowers are. You've got some nice layering leaves, which you'll see in some of my samples too. And then these are the inserts for the, or layering pieces for the inside of the flowers, which you'll see right here. How beautiful those layer together, and the leaves do exactly the same. I do believe one of my samples, yeah, will have that as well. So you've got lots of options, and then, oops, I've got this one on my thing because we need to cut it out. And then you've got this beautiful sort of like textured little design one as well, which we're going to use today on the card to make like a strip design. And this would go really well with the, I'm trying to think of what it's called. Let me just pull it out here. The eyelet 3D folder. It matches like almost perfectly. Wouldn't you say? Yep. So you've got that as well. Okay. No idea what they are either. Well, you're like a gardener like me, Glenda. I love it. Okay. Rhonda might know what these are if Rhonda's still out there. She's a gardener guru. She's given me lots of tips to keep my garden alive. And I don't know if my mom's out there either. She's also a gardener. But look at this gorgeous paper. So these are big enough and they've got enough space around them that you can fussy cut them out. We've got Daffodil Delight, and we've got like a woven green olive oil, old olive color on the back. You've got this beautiful spring branchy. Yeah, that's what I thought. One of them might be a zinnia. The big fluffy one. This one here. Or no, that's a mum, I think. Or those ones that the deer don't like. They come in like orange and yellow. I forget what they're called. They're kind of stinky. I don't like them. Marigolds. That looks like a marigold to me. Here's this beautiful, yeah, marigolds. You're right, Rhonda. The stinky deer. And then you've got like a polka dot pattern on the back. So these would also make beautiful scrapbook pages. Sorry, my brain's got to catch up with my mouth. This one has lots and lots of beautiful flowers that you could cut out as well. Now I used this sheet on today's card, and I did fussy cut them out. And then we've got kind of like a little burst here almost. Kind of looks like a little sunshine burst and some leaves. And then you've got this beautiful one. So it's very similar to the branch one, but in the white. So this has got very vanilla in the back. And they kind of all go in different directions. So you've got lots of options there. So I started telling you the colors and then I stopped. And then you've got that beautiful sort of pattern again with the eyelet. We've got Daffodil Delight, Lemon Lolly, Old Olive, Peach Pie, Pecan Pie, and Pool Party. And then of course your basic white and your berry vanilla. Here's another sheet that lots of space around that you can cut these out. It is also very similar to the other one here, but it's got a Pool Party background. Okay, then you've got a beautiful yellow gingham or lemon lolly gingham, and then this beautiful one. So we're using this one in our background today, and then you've got this woven crumb cake. Although it doesn't say there's crumb cake. I wouldn't say this is totally pecan pie. It definitely has got some crumb cake to it, but gorgeous, right? And then, quickly, we're almost wrapped up here. Oh, I didn't grab the... Oh. I didn't grab the accessories. Hang on. Oh, there we go. Then you've got this beautiful, it's called Floral. You need this. You need this. You have to get this. Floral and Gingham Vellum. It's got a beautiful blue, well, it's not blue. It's Pool Party. Pool Party in white check, and it is vellum. So we don't have a lot of vellum in our arsenals anymore. So this makes it beautiful that you can get some springy, gorgeous vellum. I love this one. And then you've got this one. So this is the piece that the dies coordinate with, that you can cut out all these little flowers and leaves. Beauty, right? I just love it. I love it. Now this one has Daffodil Delight, Lemon Lolly, Old Olive, Pool Party, and white. Obviously, you can see all those colors in that. And then you've got a gorgeous, so this is back ordered, as I said, till March the 3rd. You've got this beautiful little ribbon. I don't know what the width of it is. It doesn't actually say, I don't think. Oh, 1/8 of an inch. Satin ribbon. So it does have a little bit of shimmer to it. It ties bows beautifully. The branches are for Cynthia. I don't know how to say that word. Whoops. Gorgeous. Oops. Oh my gosh, you guys, I can't even tie a bow today. There we go. Nice big loopy bow. Absolutely gorgeous. So this will be back May the 3rd. It's been very, very popular. It's come and gone a couple times now, I think. That's why it's gone again. I managed to get a couple rolls. So, and then we've got the cute little, what do they call these? Tiny bee trinkets. Now we've had these little bees before, but not in this little micro size. Are they not adorable? And they're gold, and you can color them. You can heat emboss them in a different color if you want. So many options. You get 40, I think it's 40 bees. There's a whole bunch more in this container because I had a class and then only gave them half a pack, so I ended up with all the rest. So there's 40 bees in there, and those will be back on April the 7th. So you got a little bit of weight on those ones. All right, so let's jump into the card. I didn't draw for I don't remember when we were live last. My calendar has changed over, so I don't know the date. The 25th or 23rd maybe? I'm not sure. I will draw for that, and I will post the winner and ship that little prize out. You can hear emboss the bees? What do you mean, Shannon? And good morning to you. Do you mean you can emboss the bees? You can. Just get some tweezers. Put your bees, I'll just use my scissors. Yes, you can heat emboss them. Get your scissors, and from the back side, or not your scissors, I'm going to use my scissors because I don't have my tweezers here. If you hold it with your tweezers and dip it into your Versamark, and then into whatever embossing powder you want. So if you want to make them black or white or copper or like a pewter or whatever heat emboss powder you have, you'll have your heat emboss powder on there. Hold it obviously with your tweezers. It's going to get hot as you heat emboss it, and then just heat it up. Let it kind of sit for a minute to cool off, and then you can use it in a different color. And then you can also color it with your blends or whatever you want. But yes, you can heat emboss those little elements. Even the ladybugs, if you still have some of those around, I've done like red heat embossing or cherry cobbler heat embossing powder, because we used to have that way back in the day, and made them red. And then gone in and kind of just, actually I've used a Sharpie, not our blends, because I needed more of a fine point. But then colored their little circles in on their backs with a black Sharpie to kind of make them more look ladybuggish, because the ladybugs that we used to have were like a brass color, and I wanted more of like a traditional ladybug. So yes, you can do that, definitely. So here's the card we're going to make. This one is a case from Teri West, and she is from the Alaska Stamper. I believe she's on our artisan team now as well. She's lovely. I've met her recently in a scrapbooking group that I'm in with Brenda Nelson. She's joined us this year, so I've met her. So she's the sweetest. So I saw this card of hers. I thought it was beautiful, and I wanted to show you how to recreate it. So, and I didn't grab a card base, so give me 2 seconds. Because I don't have any right in front of me anymore. So we've just got a thick basic white card base. And then, what did I do with, oh my gosh, you guys. Oh, here they are. It's like, where are all my pieces? Okay, let's get organized here. So I grabbed this sheet, and then I fussy cut out some flowers that I wanted for the front. So that's all she did. She just grabbed sort of one of the bigger ones, just a little leaf off the side. She just fussy cut that out. These two are fussy cut. There's a leaf here that's fussy cut, and then this one is just total. This flower you will find. So there's this big one here that's all connected. And then you've got this single one here, and then she just grabbed this one from over here, and then one of these little tiny ones. So this sheet that's got this beautiful pattern on the back, if you don't like it, you can cut out the whole sheet of this and get a bunch of flowers that you can use on your card. So we're also bringing in this beautiful piece that has the crumb cake on the back. Now this is cut at 5.5 by 4 1/4. You're welcome for the lesson, Shannon. Any of those metal sort of objects, you can heat emboss. Because sometimes, you know, when they come out in gold and brass or silver or something like that, they just don't match the project, and you want to change it. So you can still get some longevity out of them. And then I've got the brown. So this is just the back side of what we've just put down here. In 5 by, what do we got here? 5 by 4 1/4. And that is just going to layer on here. So we're only going to see like a little smidge of that. So even if you didn't want to waste the whole piece of paper, you can just cut little strips, put those on the side, and then this will nestle in and cover those edges if you don't want to waste the whole piece of paper. But if you want to use it up like I do and not have a gigantic stash of, paper, make it a full size, and you can just cover it up. Right? Isn't that a good idea, Glenda? I have some good ideas every now and again. Hang on, I can't see my feed. Okay. Holly's late to the party. We'll watch the replay. Okay, well, good morning, Holly. Hope you had a good sleep. All right. And then we've got a piece of the beautiful, where we cut the flowers out of. So that's the back side there. This piece is 3.5 by 3. And we're going to make a tiny little banner out of it. So what Teri did there, she just notched the edge. So I'm just going to turn it, put a little slit, corner to the top of my slit, corner to the top of my slit. I don't think my slit went up. Oh, there we go. Went up far enough. And we're just going to turn that and use that on this side. But we have to add our little embossed layer here. So all I did was I took a piece of basic white. It looks kind of funny right now, but it'll look good in a minute. It's 1.5 by 4 1/4. And I just tore the edge off because I like that kind of look that Teri did on it. And then because the embossing folder, or the, not embossing folder, the die is kind of like an odd shape,
I kind of started it with the little bit off the top. You could actually just do the whole thing on there and then turn it around and do the same, and it'll fill in the space. But I kind of just moved mine around so that I had the pattern kind of moving in different directions. So I'm going to do one final cut down here, and that's okay that I have this sort of thicker spot there, because most of it is getting covered up. We're really only seeing this portion and this portion. So you could cheat the system as well and only do the top and the bottom of your little banner piece, and then you're saving on die cutting, saving your arm. Or if you need a workout, then you can do the whole piece. I just wasn't sure when I was building it how much of it I would see, and then once I built it I didn't really see that much. So it just depends on how you build it and what you will see. Okay, and then we're just going to layer that over top. Does that look pretty? And we'll just punch out that little circle. Another little tip that you might not know, if you've got those dies with, oops, let me uncover it so I can grab it off the plate here. Oh my goodness, give me that. As your plates get old and worn and whatnot, like mine, here it is, they tend to stick, the paper will stick and grab in those little grooves and stuff like that. So if you put a piece of just wax paper onto your plate and then put your paper and your cutting or your die cut onto the paper, the wax paper will actually pick up the little bits, hopefully. Most of the time it works for me. And then it kind of coats your die a little bit too to prevent it from sticking later on. It will not last forever. You do actually have to like give it another run through every now and again to get that little waxy layer on there, but it works great. So if you're having problems with intricate dies with all the sticking and whatnot, if you don't use the adhesive sheets to get those layers, the adhesive sheets are great too because they will pick up all those little bits and bobs. So we're just going to glue that down. Wax paper can be your friend as well. Keep it near your die station and you're good to go. Okay, so we've got that stuck down, and then I'm going to use dimensionals on this. Just have to find the right ones. I didn't turn my little station here around to grab all my things, so I'm grabbing everything backwards. Okay, so we'll put one on each corner, should be sufficient. And then we'll put this down. Now she had lined it right up with the edge, as you'll see. I'm pretty sure I cased this almost exactly how she did it. So I'm just going to leave a little bit of a border, just eyeball that I've got the same distance there going on, roughly. And then she does have a little bit of linen thread. You could also use the daffodil when you get it, if you don't already have it. So we'll do this one differently and put this ribbon in there. Just because, you know, this is another thing that I like to hoard is ribbon. So use it up. Right? Anybody else out there a ribbon hoarder? I just went through my non-Stampin' Up drawer and got a bin that I'm taking to one of the local places that kind of gives it to like the schools and the kids and stuff like that. Yeah, it's just absolutely ridiculous how much ribbon I have. I buy it thinking I'm going to use that, and then I never do. So I'm going to kind of put it, let me just tuck in my loops a little bit. I'm thinking probably about right there. So I'm actually going to stick this down right now. And then I kind of know where it is, where it's going to live. Let's put it right there. I feel like I hoard it all. I love it, Holly. We all do it, so don't worry. You're in good company here. Okay, and then I've got all my little bits and bobs here already pre-cut out because Lord knows you don't want to watch me do that. And we're just going to sort of place this on. So, oops, I forgot to cut this one off here. So she just cut this off the edge and then layered it on underneath. So the great thing with all these flowers is that you can definitely layer them over each other, on each other, and create something very beautiful. All right, and then I might not have put that in the right spot. Hang on. I'm gonna put that just above my bow so that I don't get that extra kind of loopiness going on, and then just decide sort of how much you want it to stick off and where you want it, and then stick it down. And then we're just gonna grab the minis, and I'm just gonna grab that little leaf that I just chopped off 2 seconds ago, put a dimensional just on the end of it, and I'm just gonna tuck it in under here, just like that. Pretty, right? Looks pretty with this ribbon too. I love this ribbon. I like the thin ribbons. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love all of our bigger ribbons as well, but the thin ones are just a little bit easier to work with. That's probably why I love my linen thread so much. Okay, and then we're just going to take this one and put a couple dimensionals on it, and we're just going to tuck it under here. And then this little baby one that we've cut out, we're just going to layer that in beside right there. So you've actually got the flowers from underneath and that banner working for you as well. So it's going to be very florally. And it kind of looks very layered with those ones underneath as well. And then we're going to take this one. Now this one was from an edge, which is okay because I'm going to cover it up with my sentiment here, so you're never going to see it. So this is a great way to use up those little edge pieces and not have them go to waste. But as we know, we're all hoarders, so nothing goes to waste in our worlds. All right, peel those off. And I'm just going to have it hanging down. Now, if you want to see more flowers, you may want to move it in a different direction. Like, it just depends on sort of the look you're looking for in creating your little scene underneath. And then I've just got a leaf that I cut out from, I don't know, like the middle of the piece. I had an edge or something where it was near, like right here there's one, or it's off this big flower as well. And I'm just going to layer this in here, right there, I think. Pretty, right? Okay, and then I've just gone ahead of time and just heat embossed the happy birthday. So it's got some beautiful sentiments in it. They're based on using this wishing. You were here, all the best, you a happy birthday, lots of love, you well. So you basically, I just didn't stamp the U and the A, and I just, when I had it on my block, I just had the happy birthday exposed. There's also many, many other sentiments that we have that you can use. And I'm just going to trim this down a little bit, as this was just a scrap and I wanted to give myself enough room to be able to stamp and emboss correctly. Okay, so I've just cut that down. So we're going to put a couple dimensionals here. Now I'm going to put them straight to my card right above this flower so that I don't have any bulk, because of course I have dimensionals underneath these flowers and I don't want everything to be kind of wonky, if that makes sense. So we're going to go ahead and just layer that there. Oh, it looks beautiful. And then I've brought in from the storybook the antique pearls, or I guess that's what Teri used, so you'll see them there. Aren't they pretty? I just love them. I think they were the giveaway I did last week, but I can't remember because that's not in my view to remind me. My brain is on overload and I can't remember most things that I'm doing. I can't even remember what I did yesterday. Oh, that's so bad, eh? Well, I created these cards yesterday, so that's what I did. Oh my goodness, you guys. I'm glad you find me entertaining and hang out with me. So there we go. And then I'm going to add a bee to this one just because I have a whole schwack of them and I need to use them up and I want to show you them. So I think I'm just going to add a little bee right here to this flower. Just with a little glue. You could also use a glue dot, but these are pretty tiny, so I haven't actually ever used the glue dots with these because I just think they'd be too big, but you can give it a try. And I think I'm gonna actually turn this around. I thought he would look cute flying to the happy birthday, but he looks kind of weird. So there we go. So I'll finish the inside in the envelope off camera because this will be the card that I draw for all the comments to send out to somebody. So that's the card, inspired and kind of changed a little bit from what Teri did, but it still looks beautiful. I guess this way is better that you can see, right? So linen thread and the Daffodil Delight, kind of different, okay? So then some other ones. So this one was inspired right out of the catalog. Oh yes, I should do your trick, Glenda. I always say, oh, that's a great trick, I gotta do it, and then I never do it. I'm gonna do that. I'll do it when we get off camera. I'll stick some to the lid. So what Glenda's saying is that if you don't know, and if you don't follow Glenda, she just puts little dots of Tombow on her lid and then lets them dry till they're kind of clear, and then they act as glue dots, and then you just put your little bee on top, and then you'll be able to just pull it off and it will already be pre-stuck and ready to go for you. Great idea. I love it. Okay, so this was inspired out of the catalog. So that's just using the stamp, this one here, the background stamp, and stamping it all over the background. And then that's the flower. So we've just used Lemon Lolly and Daffodil Delight and layered those on top of each other and then die cut them. So you'll see. So we've got the branch cut, we've got the leaves stamped and die cut, and then that will cut all of the flowers out of the stamp. Where's the second set here? It'll cut a whole bunch of them all together. These three are looped together, but then these ones come out separately, so you can place them wherever you want. Isn't that gorgeous? So that's those three together there. Pretty, right? And then that's that wishing. So I recommend, if you get this set, to get some adhesive sheets, because this wishing is super tiny. These little dots over the eyes, you'll lose them, and it'll just make your life so much easier to have that adhesive sheet. Okay. Oh, you're making spring cards. Awesome, Shannon. Well, hopefully, yes. Hopefully you have this set or something similar, and you can create beautiful cards like this. So this is using that beautiful paper. These are fussy cut again, and then just quick, easy wishing you were here. Those antique pearls again. They just look so beautiful with this suite of products, those antique pearls, but you can definitely color them if you wanted to as well. Here's another one. This is using the vellum, which is a piece of basic white layered in behind to give it a little more substantial look. Gorgeous, right? I'm loving this set. And then here is one with the die cuts layered, so that's, you'll see the leaf with the overlay, the flowers with the overlay, and then those little centers that I talked about earlier. Gorgeous, right? And then that's the vellum with, again, just a piece of basic white layered in behind. I love it. I love it. They're so springy. Get you in the right mood, that's for sure. Right? Lovely spring cheerful cards. I agree, Rhonda. We need a little spring and cheery to get us over the winter nonsense. I'm finally seeing a little small strip of grass down the backside of my yard. The snow is disappearing because we've increased about 20 degrees since about a week and a half ago. So it melts very quickly. It's kind of crazy how fast it comes and how fast it goes. But so I hope I've inspired you today with the Delightful Wishes stamp set, and that it's low inventory. Again, I'll remind you, and some of the products, the bees, the paper, and the ribbon are unavailable at the moment, but they are coming back very soon. And if not, go look on the online store and see what kind of new products we have coming out that might inspire you while you wait for this one to come back into stock, or some of the other products come back in stock. Those will all launch on Tuesday the 4th. So go into the online store and have a little peek around. You have 1,000 snowdrops in full bloom. Oh, that would look so beautiful. I should check on my tulips. My mother-in-law brought me back tulips from Holland when they went last year, and I've got them in pots in the garage. So hopefully, cross my fingers that I've planted them well, and I'm going to have tulips soon. You see robins, Lena. Oh, beautiful. I've heard some birds. I haven't seen them yet. All right, you guys. Well, hopefully the weather is beautiful where you are. We've got a little tiny bit of sunshine today, but not much. I'm going to be stuck in the studio doing some homework and whatnot, so I may not see the outside today, but I will try. And I will be back. Will I be back next week? Yes, I will. So the 8th, I will be back, March the 8th, with something else. I don't know what I have planned, guys. Sorry. My book is on the other side of the room. You don't have that many, but my snowdrops are also in bloom. Yeah, and I saw Glenda. I think you posted a picture the other day, too, that your little snowdrops were coming up. That's so wonderful. I don't put bulbs in the ground because I don't even know that they would last out here. It gets so cold. All right. Have fun, whatever you're going to do today. I will see you next week, and watch the page Wednesday for some extra inspiration using this suite. And there's going to be a scrapbook page posted tomorrow because my anniversary, my 7th anniversary, back with Stamping Up is on Monday. So I made a cute little page to share with you. So check that out tomorrow. I post this at 11 o'clock, I believe. And I will see you throughout the week online, and I will see you live next Saturday morning. All right, take care. I appreciate you all, and paper hugs. Thanks, Lena.